Hi everyone, welcome to your should do video for lesson 1. This video is some instructions about the article that you'll be looking at, which is titled The 25 Most Influential Works of American Protest Art Since World War II. So our objective, students will be able to identify a piece of social protest art and analyze the effect of its stylistic choices on the audience. Today, as you're looking at this article, I want you to be thinking about what social protest art moves you. So everyone's going to have a different reaction to a piece of protest art. It might bring up different emotions for different people. So I want you to be thinking personally, what stands out to you? What impacts you when you look at a piece of art? So we are going to be looking at an article of 25 different pieces of protest art from American history. And our definition, a reminder, social protest art is any art that addresses and challenges cultural power structures. The article we're looking at was written in 2020 and it was published in the New York Times. And 3 artists got together, one art curator and a writer, collaborated in order to create this list. So they looked at hundreds of pieces of protest art and they chose the 25 that they thought were most influential. So this is just their opinion on which 25 are most influential, and now I want you to use your opinion to choose one from the article that you find really influential. Protest art is art that has not only best reflected the era, but has also made an impact. So social protest art uses stylistic choices to address and challenge cultural power struggles. In visual art, like paintings and photographs, the stylistic choices are in the color, the texture, the lighting, the shading, the size, the lettering, contrast, all of those things. The artist gets to decide what is going to make the biggest impact. So for example, this is a piece of protest art from Minneapolis. This is a mural painted of George Floyd after he was murdered. And the artist clearly made a lot of intentional choices, right, with how big this mural is, the shading that they used, the facial expression that they used, the medium, if this is like paint or spray paint. They made all of those intentional choices in order to create an impactful piece of art. And remember from last video, we talked about how in plays and songs, the stylistic choices are words or figurative language. All right, so today you're going to be looking through the article and finding one piece of art that you think is interesting or that resonates with you. And then you'll be answering 4 questions in your packet. So the first question, what piece of art did you choose and why? Second question, why is this piece of art considered protest art? So what social issue is it highlighting? How is it a form of protest? And then describe one aspect of the piece of art that is memorable or powerful to you. And explain the effect of one stylistic choice on you as a viewer. So those stylistic choices, remember, you could talk about the colors they use, the medium that they use, the size of the piece of art, any one of those stylistic choices. And then you'll be saying, what does it make you feel? What does it make you think? Why? So these are the 4 questions you'll answer in your packet. And I went through and chose a piece of protest art from this article. I think it was maybe number 20. It's near the bottom. And the piece of art I chose is called Flint is Family. It's a photo essay by the photographer Latoya Ruby Frazier. She created this piece of art in 2016 and 2017. So the second question, why is this piece of art considered protest art? So Frazier, she traveled to Flint, Michigan, and if you haven't heard of the Flint water crisis, this is the issue that the town of Flint, Michigan actually did not have access to clean or safe drinking water because their water supply was tainted with bacteria and lead. And this was a huge issue for people that lived there, right? If you can't just turn on your faucet in your house and get clean water, people actually had to buy bottled water, and this is really, an expensive and inaccessible way to live. So the photographer went there in order to call attention to this crisis and capture what was happening. So that's why this piece is considered protest art. Describe one aspect of the piece of art that is memorable or powerful to you. I think to me, this photograph is it's so simple and striking in that it just captures three family members standing together. I think it shows, the way they're standing shows how much they care about each other and how, they're carrying some sadness, their facial expressions, they don't look very happy. But I think it's just highlighting our shared humanity. Like, I look at this photograph and resonate with it because it makes me think about my family members and how much I care about them, and how hard of a situation it would be to not have safe drinking water in our home. So I think it really calls to attention this crisis because it makes us see shared humanity and makes us build some sympathy or empathy for the people of Flint, Michigan. All right, so now it's your turn to look through this article and choose a work of art that resonates with you. So look through the article. Each work of art is described by the author and commented on by the artist. You'll pick one and then you'll answer the questions in the packet. So please don't choose the Flint photography example. And feel free to chat with the people sitting around you about the art that you're looking at. And then you'll answer the questions in the packet independently.